Okay, today we're going to go over spotting chemicals, how to properly use the chemicals correctly. Okay, all of you took a test when you became technicians. I think maybe we should take a test every couple months to make sure they're doing it. We just want to go over through new guys exactly what these chemicals are and what the dilution ratio is. So we got our Dave, our mad scientist here, that's familiar with every one of us, every one of the chemicals. Okay, we just updated it not too long ago, right? So we're using the updated one. So we're going to go over the list. You got a copy of the list here? So you know what they are? We got a copy of the list for Dave?
It's all up here.
Okay, it's all up here. You got it? Okay. All right. First chemical that we use mostly.
First, I'll just go straight down the list. The first one that's on the list is a Viper Venom. It's our tile and grout. Loosens up the dirt. It's on the tile and grout. And you mix it 50-50.
So you're a little bit louder. Okay, Viper Venom used for tile and grout, and the mixture ratio is 50-50,
Yep.
clean water to this.
Yep.
Right? Okay. What are some of the safety instructions you know?
Do not spray it on stainless steel. Do not spray it on wood floors. It will strip the finish right off the wood floors.
So be very careful with it. Very careful. What if you get it on a wood floor? Does that mean instantly it's going to boom?
No, you just got to wipe it up real quick.
Wipe it up real quick. You take and wipe it up and then take a wet towel or something to go over and make sure it got it all up. Yeah, so wipe it out with a rag. You should have rags there. That's why you want to have plenty of rags. You don't have to go out to the truck. Try to find a rag. If you get some on there, make sure you have them before you even start using them available. You get some on the stainless steel or hardwood floor, you wipe it out with the rag first, and then take another clean rag, go to their sink, rinse the rag out, get it wet, not soft and wet, but wet, go over it again to make sure you got all that up. So any questions on the Viper Venom? No. Okay, next.
Next one we have Stay Clean.
Stay clean.
And that is a protector for Berber, furniture, and area rugs.
Stay clean. Protector for furniture,
Yep.
area rugs,
And Berber carpet.
and Berber carpet. Why do we put it on Berber carpet, you think? Anybody have any idea? Rather than what we're using, Teflon?
Yep.
Rather than Teflon, why would you put that on Berber carpet? Got to speak louder.
Teflon leaves it too sticky.
Teflon leaves it sticky? No. Anybody else have any ideas? It's a little scary. Guys out there doing it. Why? You got to know the why of why you're doing stuff. Berber carpet is more susceptible to being wet because you got all surface on it. Okay? We spray a brownout on it, so we bring the pH down. We don't want to put any more moisture on Berber carpet than what's absolutely necessary. So that's mainly one of the reasons why we use the Stay Clean. Right? Stay clean on it because it is not a water-based product. If it's not a water-based product, that means it's a what?
Oil.
Oil or
Alcohol.
solvent. Two chemicals, water, solvent-based. Everything is either water-based or solvent-based. This is a solvent-based, has no water in it at all. Okay, is there any other reason? Does it leave it sticky if you put Teflon on it?
Not really. A lot of times they said it don't actually stick to the Berber.
Doesn't stick to the Berber good because it's all surface. You know, all surface there. Okay? All right. Why do we use this on furniture rather than Teflon? Almost the same thing. Okay, almost the same thing. We're drying that furniture. Remember, furniture is susceptible to moisture. We don't want to dry furniture, get it really dry, go over with towel and everything else, and then spray more water on top of it. This is solvent-based, so it's not water. So we're not spraying water on. This dries really quick, really fast. Okay? The other reason why with furniture we use this over the the Teflon and the Scotchgard, which I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but this is what I heard. Scotchgard and the Teflon is more of a brittle. Okay, you're sitting on furniture, so that material is always moving. They said that this adheres to it, does a much better job. Okay? All right, any questions on Stay Clean? Nope, what we got next?
All right. Next one is the Preface. It's our pre-spray. Put it on before you clean the carpet. It actually loosens up the dirt, makes your job a lot easier. It has the soap and everything right in there. And you mix it 13 ounces to a gallon.
13 ounces to a gallon. Plain water, right?
Yes.
Get it out of their tap.
Yep.
Okay,
Or you can
or-
bring it with you.
Bring it with you. So you should have a
Just a jug of-
jug of clear water. So you're not always going in and asking a person for tap water. Maybe if you got to fill up anything, fill the 2.5 jug up, and then you can use it there. So you should make sure you always have clean water in the truck. Okay. Preface or preface? I always call it kind of preface because, you know, it's just like something to do. So this is what we mainly are cleaning with, right?
Yep.
Okay, cleaning with. This is our biggest cleaning product that we have. You spray it on the carpet, how long should it sit?
About 5-10 minutes.
5 to 10 minutes. What's that called? The time it sits is called what? Gotta speak up.
Dwelling time.
Dwell time. Very good. Thank you, Saul. Dwell time. You gotta leave it. You can't just spray a chemical on there and boom, remove it. It takes time for that chemical to, it's called, use the emulsification. The emulsification means mainly breaking down the dirt or starting to emulsify it or release it or capture it in there. Gives it time. How much time should you allow? Dave?
One time, about 5-10 minutes.
5, 10 minutes. Spray it down 5, 10 minutes. So, you know, before you do a room, come in there and spray it down. All right? You don't want to spray it down, leave it sit for 20 minutes. You don't want it to dry. Because once it's dry, it hasn't done a thing. So it still has to be in this liquid state. So you don't want to spray it down, come back in an hour later and try to clean the carpets. Okay, you got to re-spray it with that. Okay, do we rake it in?
You want to brush it.
Brush it in, okay? What's the difference between a rake and a brush? Zach?
The brush has like plastic bristles, and the rake doesn't.
Okay, the rake is more of a rake. It has tines. Let's say a rake has tines on it. They're plastic tines for grooming the carpet. It's mainly for grooming the carpet. A brush has a lot of bristles on it, just like a brush you brush your hair with. Okay, it has a lot of bristles. That's made for working stuff into the fiber. Okay? You groom it at the end of the job, take all the footprints down and everything else. You should always groom the carpet, make it look nice before you leave. That's what's going to get you the 5-star ratings. If you leave and there's footprints all over the place from where you've walked all over the carpet, you know, customers there's not the wow factor. The wow factor is customers saying, I don't want to walk on that carpet because it looks too nice. I don't want to leave footprints on it. Okay, if you're not doing the wow factor, you're not going to get the big 5-star reviews. Okay, we done with preface. Any question on the preface? Okay, what we got next?
Next one is TLS 2000.
TLS 2000. What's TLS stand for?
Traffic lane? No.
Yeah, no, you traffic lane TLS. Traffic lane
Spotter, yeah.
spray.
Spray.
Traffic lane spray. TLS 2000. So tell us about that, Dave.
It's a really high pH cleaner. You only want to use it for like really messed up carpet or restaurant use only.
Okay.
It's really high pH. You don't want to put it on regular carpet. It can void warranties and things like that.
So you should always have it on the truck. Restaurants are commercial. I mean, you're at a job that's a manufacturing company and they use a lot of grease and a lot of grease on the carpet. So a lot of grease. You don't use this as residential at all, right?
Nope.
Should never use this residentially. It's made for commercials, primarily restaurants where you have a lot of food particles and everything else on that will eat it up. Okay, pH. pH is everything. Traffic lane spray. What's the dilution ratio?
It's 13 ounces to a gallon.
13 ounces to the gallon. Isn't that the same that the pre-spray or
Yep.
prefaces?
Prefaces, yeah.
Prefaces. So they made it pretty easy. Okay, any questions? Safety thing. Let's say safety thing on all of these chemicals up here that you're using. Okay, they're not good to drink. Okay, you don't want to leave them around where kids get in touch with them and can get them and drink them or whatever. I went to a house one time. They were all panicking and everything else like that. When I got there, they said, what happened? One of their kids had just opened the sink and got a thing of Drano and had ingested some. And the child was just taken to the hospital. The mother went on the ambulance, and the father was getting ready to leave in the car. Never did hear the results or anything else like that. But we don't want to leave anything like, what did you think our most hazardous chemical is?
Rust remover.
Rust remover. Kid drinks this, I'll tell you what, it's not going to be good. So never, any of these spotters, never lay it down. Especially this, right back into the bucket. Don't lay it on top of furniture or anything else. I think we had not too long ago, we had to go send somebody out to remove a stain on top of furniture where they had put something there. Okay, and left it and it caused a ring or something on there. We had to send somebody out to do it. Do not, at any time, once you leave this, it goes from your hand back into the bucket. Okay. MSDS stands for what?
Safety sheet.
Manufacturer Safety Data Sheets. We should have a notebook with all the sheets on the truck. Okay, think they're all there?
They are there.
Okay, if it's not, let us know because you should have that on. Something happens, they're going to want to know right away. What's the safety data sheet? We can get them. But they have to go on the internet, they have to look it up, and they have to print it and everything else, but they may need it right away. So you should have on the truck notebook with all this manufacturer safety data sheets. Every chemical that's made that's sold has to have that with it. Okay, what we got next?
All right, next thing is brownout.
Brown out.
It's the neutralizer, and you mix it 8 ounces to a gallon.
8 ounces to a gallon. Okay, what is that used for?
You use it for furniture, area rugs, Berber carpet after you clean them.
Okay, and what's the main purpose of it?
It brings down the pH.
Brings down the pH. After this, I'm going to go and explain real quick to you the pH scale. Brings down the pH of it. What happens if you mix it too heavy?
It gets sticky.
It'll leave a sticky film on the carpet. Again, the mixing ratio is
8 ounces to a gallon.
8 ounces to a gallon of clean water. Make sure you mix it up. Any chemicals must be mixed up. Okay, don't put 8 ounces in, pour this in, put it in your sprayer and go spray. Mix it up. Has to be thoroughly mixed up if you're adding water to it. Any questions on brownout? You put it on Berber carpet,
Yep.
furniture, area rugs. Okay, and what else? That's about it. Okay, all right. What else we got?
And you could also use the brownout for pet stains.
Pet stains. Okay.
To help pet stains.
All right, ammonia and pet stains. Urine, there's ammonia. If you ever changed any kids' diapers, you'll say, yeah, you know that there is. Ammonia is a high pH. If you leave that on the carpet or that creates a spot, what you're doing is bringing that pH back down. Okay, next.
All right. Next is the Teflon.
Teflon,
Carpet protector. It's mixed 32 ounces to a gallon.
32 ounces per gallon, clean water,
water.
sprayed on the carpet. Okay,
It's
do you
just
know
for-
what the gallon covers about how many square feet?
I think it's like 500.
About 500 square feet. That's a pretty big area. So you don't saturate it. It's almost, I call it the Holy Ghost. They Catholic, they, went to Catholic church or whatever, and the nuns used to sprinkle, the holy water out there. That's what they did. But I call it the Holy Ghost method. You just want enough that is just some there. That's it. You don't need 2 or 3 coats, so you don't need to hose it down. You hose it down, it's going to take longer for that carpet to dry. Once we put it on there, what do we always do with the Teflon?
Rake it in.
Rake it into the carpet, okay? Make it look nice, okay? Good add-on sales. All carpets should get it on there. We went over plus sales, how you sell this stuff. Okay, if you know, don't tell about it, you won't sell it. Okay, any questions on the Teflon? What is the safety requirements on it? Somebody over here, what is the safety on this?
Don't drink it.
Huh? Well, you don't want to drink anything, but refer to the MSDS sheets. Okay, all safety instructions will be refer to the MSDS sheets. It always has it on the label somewhere. I'm not going to expect you to know on every chemical what it is, but I expect you to know MSDS sheets. I expect you to know that you need to have them on the truck. So every truck checks today before they leave, and let Bree know if they're on there or they're not on there. We can get them printed out and made, put in there, make sure we have them. Okay, next.
Next one is going to be Undoes It.
Undoes it.
Yep. You're going to use that for any pet stains you have, injections, and it's mixed 50-50.
You inject the animal, right? Run around the house and
Yeah,
boom,
exactly.
in
Inject it
there.
into the patty.
Okay. We're going to do a whole thing on pet odor deodorization, proper way to do it, but this is the number one thing we use for pet odors,
Yep.
right? Inject it. What's the ratio again?
It's 50-50.
50-50, half and half, clean water, mix it up well, inject it in the carpet. So we put this in our multi-sprayer,
Yep.
right, to inject it in the carpet?
Exactly.
Okay, and then is this what we use on top of the carpet to deodorize it
No.
too? Nope. Okay, how about like if there's a spot, you see a spot that's there? You
Yep.
put a little bit on
Yep.
there? Okay, so if you see a spot, you're gonna inject that area, you're gonna check it with your hydro sensor, which we'll do another one, totally on it. Okay, we good, Stefan?
Yeah.
Okay, we do one totally on pet odor deodorization. Okay, if you see the spot, put a little bit of this on it. Okay, what do we use as a deodorizer for the rest of the carpet for pet odors?
I'm going to use Phase 5.
Phase 5. Okay, and how do we use that? What's the mixing?
It's 13 ounces to a gallon.
13 ounces to, and they're not the same as the preface?
Yep.
Isn't that funny how they kind of keep it the same,
And the
same
TLS
thing?
too.
When in doubt, 13 ounces per gallon. Or read the label. Don't do that with the brownout though, okay? All right, so we 13 ounces per gallon. You spray it on pretty heavy?
Yeah, you spray it on pretty heavy.
Yeah,
I do.
you don't soak it on, not like a hose that you're watering the sidewalk off. A little heavier than what you would do with the Teflon. Put it in, and then what do?
I'll brush it in.
Brush it in, okay? Leave it sit for 5-10 minutes, something like that. Don't let it dry. If it dries again, it's lost what it's supposed to do. And then you come across and clean it.
Yes.
right? Okay, what if a customer asks you, why you spray it on ahead of time and then you're sucking it out? What's the answer to that? I've had that before, but when that first came out, the other stuff we used, you sprayed on afterwards. This, you put it on before. Okay? What do you think the answer is? You got any ideas, Dave?
Because it eliminates the odors first, and then you just suck it up.
Okay, eliminates the odors, and then you're going to extract it out. Yeah, the stain-resistant carpet is very susceptible to pH. Okay, we'll do a whole pH thing. But if you spray this on after you clean it, deodorization, sanitizer, it's basically a cleaning agent. All cleaning agents are high in pH. So you cleaned it using a pH of 9.5, which is what just about all of our cleaning agents are, except for the pre-spray is a little bit higher. That's why we extract it. We don't want to leave it on there. We want, when we're done with the carpet, we don't want the pH to be any higher than 9.5 in that carpet. You spray this on afterwards, you're going to raise it to over 10. It could cause browning or brown spots. So that's why we put it on, and that's why it's flushed out of the carpet, because we want to make sure we get all that dirt and bacteria and everything out as best we can. Okay, next.
The next one is Perky.
Perky.
It's no dilution on that.
It's like these guys are perky,
Perky.
right? Yeah, you look at them right there, especially Kurt, right? He's perky. We'll call him Perky Kurt.
Okay.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
So it's,
Did he smile? I wasn't looking at him. Did he? Did he? Okay, well, good, good. Okay,
So
go ahead.
it's a water-based spotter, no dilution, and you use that for any household, like drinks spills, like food and drink spills.
Okay, which is about
Mostly.
most all your stains. Yeah, 90, probably 90%, 95%, good bet on them. This is your number one spotter you go to. Okay, number one spot. First, you hit it always with this, unless you know it's tar. I mean, if you identify it as tar or oil, this ain't gonna do it. Okay, this is all food-based, liquid, water-based stains. 90% of them in the house, that's what it is. This stuff, you sell it. Okay, you tell customers about it. You know, let them see you using this. All right? You should always have, and we have a good supply of them, the Perky to sell. We should have a good supply of them. We're going to check that, but you should have a good supply. You should leave always to make sure you have at least 4, 5, 6 Perky spotters on there. You sell, it's good. You say, well, it's only, was it 10, 15 bucks?
It's like 12 bucks.
12 bucks, you only make a couple dollars on it. But hey, there's a couple dollars. Adds up at the end of the month. $1 here, $1 there. If I laid $1 on the floor, you guys wouldn't just sit there and look at it and walk over. You used to be down and pick it up. Okay, that Perky is dollars that you're leaving laying on the floor, walking by because you don't sell it. This will also make a customer happy. Okay, you tell them, this is what we use. This gets up 95% of the stains. You'll get it up with this. Had a customer one time that was moving out of the area, moving down to Chincoteague Island. Okay, she called me out. She said, what am I going to do? You know, I'm moving. I can't get the Perky from you because I love Perky. How am I going to get it? I said, all you got to do is give us a call and we could ship it to you. Oh, okay. And we shipped it, Perky, for years down there. Then all of a sudden it stopped, but she was like 70, 75 years old. It's probably been about 20 years ago. So, yeah. Okay, Perky, so what do we got next?
The next one is Safety Solve.
Safety Solve.
Yep.
Tell us about it.
It's a solvent-based spotter, no dilution, and it's for gum, tar, you can use it on ink, stuff like that.
So, Kurt, I think this is water-based or solvent-based?
Solvent-based.
Solvent-based. And why you say that? Was that just a guess?
Not really.
Okay. You know why?
No.
Because you said tar, right? You know tar is not water-based product. So this is what Perky won't get out. This would be the next thing you use, okay, to try to get out. Tar. How do you identify it as tar? Black. Looks like
Looks
tar.
like tar.
Okay. But basically, you use the Perky first. Perky doesn't get it out. You try this. All right. Do you pour these chemicals on the carpet? Let's talk about that in a minute.
No, you don't want to pour them on the carpet.
How do you use the
too
spotter?
much, especially Safety Solve, because all carpet is made of plastic and glue. It would actually loosen up the glue.
Get a
That's
bubble.
to it. Yeah, get a bubble in it.
Get a bubble.
So, with the Perky, I do spray it a little bit on the carpet, not directly, just give it a little mist.
And your sprayer, pistol grip
yeah,
sprayer,
pistol
you should
grip
have some in
sprayer.
there. You don't want to put this in the pistol grip sprayer.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, you can put the sprayer on there, but the best thing would probably be spray it on a rag.
You're not using it that much.
Use a rag,
Right,
exactly.
okay. All right. So spray it on a rag, work from the outside of the spot to the center of the spot. You don't want to take a spot and make it a huge spot. Okay, you work from the outside of the spot, work your way in, okay? Maybe a little bit more on there if it's transferring to. Are we using towels or rags for spotting? Towels or rags for spotting?
Rags.
Rags. Use rags for spotting. We want to keep the towels looking nice. Okay, so look, see if you're getting transferred. Getting transferred, you're getting it up, so you may have to just work on it a little bit. Always flush it out. Always flush it out of the carpet. Okay, all right, any questions on safety solve? Okay, next.
Next one's gonna be APS, all-purpose spotter, basically for heavy traffic and air filtration lines, no dilution.
So you try the Perky first, that doesn't get it, then you try the safety solve, that doesn't get it, then you try this. Okay, air filtration lines. We'll go over that one day, exactly what air filtration lines are and how to clean them. Okay, so number 1, Perky. Number 2, safety solve. Number 3, this. Same way, do not put this directly on the carpet. Okay, you can put it on a sprayer, spray it on there. Okay, wipe it. I would always sometimes spray it on the carpet and take my foot, just kind of agitate it. You kind of want to work it into the spot a little bit like that. Okay, and then let it sit for a while, a couple minutes, 5 minutes, and then come back and suck it out. You may have to do it a couple times. Okay, all right, next.
Next one is gonna be the AFC,
AFC.
which is an anti-foam concentrate.
Very good.
Yep, and it basically eliminates foam. And you wanna mix that, it's 5 ounces to every 10 gallons of water.
Okay, are we getting much of that anymore?
Not too much.
Not too much. I used to get it all the time. You know, when I first started in business 30-some years ago, man, it's like almost every other carpet. I went through gallons of this stuff. Why? Because back then, shampoo and carpet was like the thing they used to do. Shampoo and carpet. Using a shampoo, come across with a shampooer, and you know, I don't know if you ever saw it or whatever like that, but they would actually spray something on the carpet, come across with a shampoo, would get sudsy and everything else. Okay, and then kind of leave it. That was it. My idea was, what happened to the dirt? Was it supposed to run out the door? Some of them would take an extractor and come across it. But shampoo, okay, that you do your hair with. You do your hair with shampoo, right? I do mine. Shampoo. Shampoo. Sudsy, okay? There was used to be Crown gas stations down in Glen Burnie. They had water fountain there, you know, it seemed like once every other month or whatever they come in and somebody I thought it was funny, and they throw shampoo in there, whole thing of shampoo, and what it would do is fuzz up, and the guy would come in the morning, the police would usually call him at night, you know, you got soap suds coming. It was all over the place, soap suds. Now if you threw a detergent in there, it wouldn't do anything. Detergent does not make soap suds foam. Shampoo makes foam. So it would hit it. How can you tell that you hit it? I could tell right away.
You guys see a white spot.
See a white spot?
Yep.
Okay, I didn't see a white spot. But you know how I can tell right away?
The vacuum.
Vacuum would change. It would change to a higher pitch because you're restricting the vacuum. You're putting foam in that line, and it can't move the air through it right. You got to kill that foam in there. So I would take this, and I would spray it right in, put it right in the end of the hose, because the hose would go in there, and then mix up some, spray it on the carpet in order to get it off. Don't see it a whole lot. Okay, but if you see it foamy looking and everything, this is what you use. Okay, next.
I actually like to use that, put a little bit in the portable before you start cleaning, because sometimes it does foam up inside
Yeah,
the portables.
okay, yeah. Put a little bit of that, keeps the foam down. Anytime you see foam, this is what you use. Anti-foam.
All right, next one is rust remover.
Rust remover, what do you think that does?
Remove rust.
Very good. See, they put it right up there. Okay, removes rust. Very toxic. Do not lay it down, keep it in your hand. Put it back in your bucket, your spotting bucket. If you don't have a spotting bucket, you need to see us, because your chemicals that you use, mainly spotters, tabs, blocks. Spotting bucket with towels and rags. What is the dilution? What is the dilution ratio on
There
this?
is no dilution.
And how do you use it?
Yeah, just put it right on the spot.
Right on
You
the
wanna
spot, put it on
use
a rag?
Gloves.
Gloves. Make sure you have plenty of gloves. Put them on. It will do damage to your hands. Okay, be very careful. Do not get it in your eyes. Whatever you do not get it in your. If you get it in your eyes, you go to the bathroom right away. Stick your face under the faucet and have water running into your eyes while they call an ambulance. Okay, all right. That's how powerful this stuff is. So that's why he's serious about it. Very serious about it.
All right. So the next one up is going to be the SolvaClean. It's for dry cleaning, and it's no dilution, and it's solvent based.
Doing what?
Dry cleaning drapes and furniture.
Drapes and furniture. You saw the demo that we did, or the tape that we did. Dry cleaning. Dry cleaning. It's water-based or solvent-based?
Solvent.
Solvent. Why? Because that's what we're dry cleaning with. Dry. The key word is dry. We can't get it wet. We can't get drapery wet. Furniture, certain furniture, we can't use water. So that's why it's called a dry cleaning agent. Very good.
Next
Full
one up.
strength?
Yep.
Yep, okay.
And next one up is Microban.
Microban,
It's mixed 2 ounces to the gallon, and it's for water damages.
2 ounces per police. This stuff is very expensive. What's a gallon of this run approximately? Stefan, anybody knows? Steven? Microban. How much? About $25 for a gallon. So make 2 ounces per gallon goes a long way. You mix the 50-50, doesn't go a long way. 2 ounces per gallon. Mainly use this for what?
For water damage after you're done. Yep.
Primarily water damage.
Prevent
And spray helps to prevent. Use that word, prevent mold. Okay? Next.
Last one is the citrus.
Citrus.
That's going to be your last resort spotter, and it's no dilution.
So what does this use? The last resort?
resort.
This is very, very strong. Right?
Yes.
Do you use this residential?
Every now and then, you try not to want to use it on like carpets, like red carpets, blue, because it can actually take the color out of the carpet.
Right. Be very, very careful on this. Very, very careful. Do not pour it directly on. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. All right. So I hope you have a good idea, concept of it. That's not that many chemicals. Count it real quick. What we got? One. Count them real quick.
16.
16 chemicals. Not a whole lot. Okay. So we got to make sure we use them. Know it. We'll have this tape available. So if you want to watch it, go back over and review it. Okay. Even at home. If you're sitting home, you don't want to watch the Ravens game, want to review something like that. Okay. Remember, the science of the game is learning your job the best you can. We use chemicals in cleaning. So no. Any questions? Okay.